Hello, I'm going to show you right now how I make my horseshoe soap, which is colored naturally with Hungarian paprika. I have already mixed all of my liquid oils and my melted solids, which is cocoa butter and shea butter and coconut oil. My liquid oils are avocado oil and extra virgin olive oil. And they're already mixed together with the lye water solution and all ready to go. So this here is my slow infusion of Hungarian paprika, which I get from the Spice House in Chicago. They have a really wonderful source for authentic Hungarian paprika, and I infuse it for ideally for 2 weeks, but 1 week will do just fine. You kind of want to let the Hungarian paprika granules kind of sink to the bottom, and then you're going to use the oil that's off the top. So this is already measured, and when I infuse it for a batch of the horseshoe, it makes 12 little soaps, and it is 1 heaping tablespoon of the paprika to 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. All right. So I add all of it in. It's such a pretty color. Next will be the oils that I sent it with, which is orange and bergamot, or bergamot. I'm not really sure. I just love how it smells. Now with natural soaps, especially clay soaps, they thicken up on you really fast. Paprika doesn't so much, and especially this particular soap because of the citrus oils. They both kind of slow down trace, so you have plenty of time to mix it in, but I always prefer to do it by hand. Especially with the clay soaps, they move really fast on you. And get a good mix. Make sure it's all incorporated all the way to the bottom. Okay. And then I start by putting it 1 pitcher at a time into my spout pourer, because when you use these individual molds, they are kind of tricky to get it in there just right, and you especially want to keep the trace pretty liquid so that they pour in there real good. Switch hands here. There we go. Looks like we need a little more. Now for the second tray. Now, you can adjust the color of orange as you want it for paprika. It usually makes this beautiful color that you're seeing here right now, which is kind of like a goldish orange. And it does become more orange if it goes through gel phase and just in general as it cures, because that's the beauty of natural colorants. They kind of always change on you. The longer you cure them, they either become brighter or darker. But you can adjust the orange levels if you wanted. If you can even mix colors like paint, where if you wanted it like an orangish brown, you could add cocoa powder. If you wanted it lighter, you would mix it in with an infusion of like kaolin clay with water, and the kaolin clay would act like white. So we just need a little bit more for the last one here. And my batch usually makes 12 perfectly with just a little bit left over, which I usually save for soap dough, which is always the best idea if you have extra soap batter, is to save it and wrap it up in plastic and put it in a Ziploc bag so that the air doesn't get to it, and it'll make perfect soap dough. There's no need for a separate recipe. You just use your own batter. It's just a matter of sealing it up so that the air does not get to it. Okay, so here we go with these. And I'm going to end this video and come back with a second one when they are ready to place the horseshoes. You want to make sure that your batter is firm enough to hold the little soap embed, but not so firm that it won't attach it. So I'll be back in just a minute.